Hello everybody, this is another Hot Wheels collector video. Today we're going to be looking at the 19 Chevrolet Silverado Trailboss LT from Hot Wheels. This is a really nice one, and without further ado, let's get into the facts of this car. In fact, first I'm going to tell you where I got this one from. So Smiths at the moment have had a restock of all the case 2022 stuff. Make sure that if you're missing anything from the earlier 2022 cases, such as like DKs, you get yourself down to one of them and quickly grab whatever you're missing, because it will be going down quickly, I think, especially with the newer collectors like me who didn't get any of it. And I did grab an awful lot from it because I didn't have any of them, and they were all new castings for my collection. So that's where I got it from. Pretty decent price. I think they're $169 in Smiths singly. The multi-packs are now $7.99 on discount, but anyways, that's not what we're looking at today. I will do the Fast and Furious soon, but I do have some more cars to be unboxed before we get to that, and I've also got the Jay Leno's Premium to go through as well. Tons and tons of stuff and some boulevards, so there's loads to do. I have a huge backlog, so without further ado, let's get into the facts of this car. So this one here, the Trailboss LT, came with a 6.2 litre V8. It was a pretty powerful one, but for the size, probably not as powerful as you would think. So 420 horsepower, which is definitely not bad, but the torque is where it's at. Obviously, you need a lot of torque in big trucks like this, and this one had 460 pound-feet of it. Really pretty decent figures, actually. This car had a 0 to 60 in just 5.4 seconds. Pretty impressive, especially for such a large vehicle, which will be obviously primarily focused at hauling large loads in that bed of the truck. This car also had a top speed of just 114 miles an hour, but that is not bad for a pickup truck. They're not really made to go super fast. It's more about that acceleration and being able to haul heavy objects. This pickup truck was very competitive against its competition, such as Ford and their Raptor. And the starting price of this was only $56,300, so that's not too bad for a brand new pickup truck. Very competitive pricing there. This pickup truck obviously was not available in the UK just because of its size. It would not fit on the UK roads. We don't even have the Raptor. We have the Ranger Raptor, which is like a really smaller version of the regular Raptor. It fits on our roads just, and it is a nice car, but obviously we would love to see the regular Raptor as well, but that is just because of our road design that we can't really have it. Anyways, that's really the facts behind this car. Now let's get into the showcase of this one. Obviously, I will show you this in more detail and go over every side individually, going over every single detail that is on the actual car itself. Alright, so starting off with the side of this car, first of all, we'll start with the wheels. We have 6-spoke off-road wheels. I'll zoom in a bit, and they're done in black. Very nice to see that. It does fit the design nice. These match the colour of the car, which is a glossy black. Very nice to see. As for the actual tampo work, it's quite busy on the side. We have the Borgia livery, and that's what this whole car is kind of themed around. Very nice to see. So this car does roll really well. I will start maybe doing that in my videos, telling you how well it rolls. This one does roll very well, as with most cars with off-road wheels on them. Now then, let's take a look at the tampo works. First of all, starting with the rear, we have the red striping, so we have some dark red as well as a lighter red and some white in the striping. We also have the S-type writing there, and we also have the large Borgia writing as well, done in white. We also have a Hot Wheels logo, and the door handles are being done in the metal casting. Very nice. We have that continuation of the two different tones of red there in the striping, and then we have a white stripe on the front fender section. You can also see this car does have some very nice side mirrors. Love to see that. This is one of the newer castings. Since this car only came out in 2019, that was the earliest Hot Wheels could really cast this car. They couldn't cast it before its release date, of course. You can see all the windows on this car are actually rolled up. Actually, I do quite like that on off-road cars. I think that's probably how they should be, in my opinion at least. That's really it for the side of the car, not a whole lot more going on. Let's move on to the front of the car. You can see the front bumper is actually created using the grey interior plastic, not the black base plastic. Very interesting. But you can see the suspension underneath is created using the black base plastic. You can see the Chevy badge is actually in the plastic, as well as the headlights and the grills, as well as all this lower section. I believe there may be tow hooks there. Very heavy duty looking. None of that is tampered, but you can add your own details using Sharpie, acrylic paint, or any of the other things you may be using if you are a Hot Wheels customizer. Now then, let's take a look at the hood, and I'm going to have to spin it around because it does have writing on it. So, focus on it. There we go. This says tuned true dual exhaust. Very nice. I don't really know what that's referencing. I'm guessing that maybe is something to do with Borgia, but somebody can probably let me know. I have no idea what that's going on about. We also have 2 red stripes, so we have a thin one here, and then a large thick one which is actually broken up in 3 spaces there. Very nice. I really do like that look. Looks very off-roady and sporty. That's really it for the front of the car, but one last thing. The front windshield does have windshield wipers. Very nice to see that extra level of detail there. Moving on to this side, it is the exact same as the previous, so if you're looking for something specific, you can pause the video here. I will mention that the petrol cap or gas filler cap is on this side. It's actually in the metal casting. Moving on to the rear of the car, you can have a little look here as well with me. So we have the rear lights, which are done and carved out. You can also see the Chevrolet writing is also carved out in the metal casting. Those are not tampered, but you could easily add your own details, once again using acrylic paint or Sharpies. You can also see the rear bumper is created using the grey interior plastic, similar to the front. There you go, that's really it for the rear. You can see there's a lovely window being done on the rear of this car as well. Very nice to see that, accurate to the real life model. We'll move on to the bed. The bed is created using the grey interior plastic as well. Lots of use of that grey interior plastic compared to the black base plastic. And the final things that are really to talk about with this car is we have that lovely sunroof there, which is created using the plastic which creates the glass, or represents the glass even. And you can also see there are some structural lines on the roof that adds some structural support and makes it much more durable. That is something that you want on your off-road cars. You want them to be very heavy duty, and it would mean that you could probably walk on the roof, which is really, really cool. And obviously, again, something that you'd kind of want on an off-road car compared to a normal everyday vehicle. Anyways, that's really it for the details on this car. Now it's time for my final review and thoughts on this one. Alright, so now it's time for my final thoughts and review on this car. I think it's a really, really nice off-roader, and I'm pleased that Hot Wheels have done this casting. I think it's super cool and very well represented with that Borgia livery. So that leads me on to my scoring out of 10. What am I going to give this car out of 10? It's going to be a very solid 8 out of 10. Very nice car, love this casting. As I've already said, I think it's very, very well done with the wing mirrors all represented, and the details that are missing could easily be added, and they are carved out for you. I do like it when Hot Wheels do that. There's nothing worse when they just leave them and don't even carve them out, so you can't even add them yourself very easily. But anyways, that's really it for this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and you can also press that notification bell so you do not miss any new uploads. Remember, you can also share this video with any friends, family, or any groups who may be interested. But remember, don't feel pressure to if you don't feel like you have anybody who may be interested in this video. You watching this video means a lot to me, and I really do thank you for watching all the way to the end. Anyways, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye, everyone.